Welcome to Wheeler High School for game number 3 of the 2014 Nike Explosions. We're having introductions of the starting lineups. When we come back, we'll bring you live action here from Wheeler High School. Welcome back to SUV TV. I'm Jeff May, finally joined by Hoop Scene's Carter Wilson. Game number 3 is we just got done with a classic game here in game number 2, but we got 6-time state champion Miller Grove and current single-A state champion St. Francis Carter as what should be a showdown to say the least.
Oh, there ain't no doubt that this will be the game of the day here, and it's definitely the game that everybody's looking forward to, as you have 2 of those top, I would say 5 maybe teams in the state that are all kind of mix and matched. But these are 2 of those teams, and it's kind of a game to see where everybody stacks up, really.
Right. Talking to Coach White before the game, and I said, this will be a good test. He said, for who? And I said, for both. He goes, oh, okay. It's amazing when as Miller Grove controls the tip, gets it out to Tariq Gilbert. Gilbert picked up by Simmons, the 2 top guards for the 2016 class. Gilbert gets in the lane, right hand flips it up, scoop shot, can't get it to fall. Gates with the rebound. Kaiser Gates, first action of the year. He gets it up quickly over to Beasley. Beasley can't finish, block shot, back the other way comes Tariq Gilbert. Gilbert goes left, finishes right hand inside. Nice move there by Tariq for the first bucket of the ball game.
And if Tariq's going to get in the paint like he did the first 2 possessions, it could be a long day for St. Francis.
Tariq he's going to make Kobe Simmons come out and guard him. Kobe's not really known for the defensive side of the ball. Tariq's going to make him come out and guard him. As you see him get right back in the lane, can't get that one to finish. But again, doing whatever he wants down the lane. And Simmons comes the other way, Euro step in the lane, and he throws that up and in. Back the other direction. Kendall Williams calls out what Coach White wants him to run. Gets it over to Tariq. Tariq stops, pops. Can't get that to drop from 15 feet. Tipped up in the air. We're going to get an offensive foul. This one's going to go against Lamont West.
And West, one of those guys that a lot of people are curious about. I mean, you can obviously see the length on him. His arms bowed down to his knees right there, and standing at a tall, 6'6", 6'7". He's an interesting prospect, being new to the state of Georgia as well.
Gates over to Beasley. Beasley, the FSU signee, throws out one of the ways they tried to find Chance Anderson in the middle. Couldn't find him. Anderson getting the start is Josh Coleman, who's normally their normal 5. And he's going to what, Coastal?
He's going to Coastal Carolina, yes.
He does not get the start. He's not even in uniform tonight. So Chance Anderson kind of thrown in there last minute.
And I think that's a big thing for St. Francis, because I feel like Coleman is one of those guys that kind of holds the team together as being that middle guy. You can see Kaiser Gates out there has that size, but he's not necessarily a guy that's a post-up guy in the middle.
Tariq can't get that to drop from 3. Ball will be knocked out of bounds, and it will stay Miller Grove basketball. Coach White sporting the latest championship ring. A lot of ice on that one. Tariq goes to the middle, gets a shot blocked. Ball will be tracked down by Kaiser Gates. The Xavier signing, he gets it over quickly to Kobe Simmons. Simmons up to steal. Simmons 4-3, knocks that down. Simmons with the first 5 points here for St. Francis. They lead 5-2. As you're watching along the action here on SUV TV, make sure you join us on Twitter. Hashtag @SUV TV. Give us your thoughts on the action you're seeing here tonight. Another turnover here by St. Francis back the other direction. And Miller Grove gets it right back as Deshaun Street can't get the ball where he wants it to.
A little bit of a sloppy start here between these two teams. I don't know if it's the atmosphere or just seeing what had just happened. Because, I mean, watching that game before, I mean, that can be a part of it too. But it's just a slow start here.
Simmons over to Beasley. Again, Beasley's probably my favorite player in the state of Georgia right now. Simmons picked up by Alterique, goes baseline, spin back, give it up to Gates. Gates over to Steele, back up top to Gates. Gates for three, off the front of the rim, rebound grabbed by Miller Grove. Back the other way is Alterique. Alterique over to West. Nice find down low. Deshaun Street with the finish after nice pass by West.
And that's where you see the versatility that comes in with Lamont West, as he's that size, can put it on the floor and can distribute the ball.
Kobe can't get that one to fall. Carroll Gates is going to keep that alive. Alterique though comes from behind, strips it, leaves the break, gets it up to West. West throws it down.
And again, you're seeing that versatility. The big man gets out, runs the floor, and throws one down.
Great threaded pass there by Alterique to see the vision and get that ball up to Lamont. Back the other way is Simmons. Simmons over to Steele. Steele finds Beasley. Beasley's going to get stripped in the air. They're going to call West though for the foul.
And they're gonna have to get Malik Beasley going. It's a guy. He's gonna have to score some points here tonight for St. Francis to come out with a win. It can't be Kobe Simmons by himself. Plus, you know that Josh Coleman is out. So Gates and Beasley, they're gonna have to get going.
Beasley knocks down that first one. And he knocks down both. Miller Grove back the other direction.
I think Kaiser Gates just fell down over there.
When we come back, we'll bring you an update there on Kaiser Gates here on SUV TV.
Crossover intelligence for basketball can save you hours of time. We break down and stat your game film for you and act as your video coordinator by giving you searchable clips, advanced statistics, shot charts, and a lot of other great info that you can access from any PC or through our iPad application. Just upload your video through the Crossover website, and 24 hours later, your film will be completely indexed and tagged. Each play will become its own video clip, allowing you to search the footage for anything you'd like. Here we'll take a look at all 3-pointers that were made in the fourth quarter. All of your offensive and defensive sets can also be tagged, so you can view the appropriate clips and determine which plays are achieving the best results. You can add any clip to a playlist or highlight reel and share everything with your players or assistant coaches. Crossover will also provide you with all of the numbers from each game, including complete player stats for both teams and advanced metrics like these. We even take the shooting numbers a step further with an interactive shot chart that lets you visualize the data. Filter by player, quarter, makes or misses, and click on any shot to watch the corresponding video. Crossover intelligence will keep you from spending hours in the film room and get you back to actually coaching. Together, we can turn smarter video into more wins for your team. That's the crossover effect.
The good news is he got up off the court on his own, and he was helped back by one of the medical staff personnel on hand here. So hopefully everything is going to be okay for him. This was his first game of the year. He had not played so far, so we're not sure what's going on with that. But the good news is he did get up off his own and leave the court, Carter.
And scary moments, and it makes you realize this is just a game, and it's one of those moments that, you know, it kind of throws competition out the door.
Miller Grove moving the ball around the perimeter. Alterique out top to Boykins. Boykins knocks down that three. Great ball movement there by Miller Grove on the perimeter to get the open shot. Wallace Tucker comes back for St. Francis. Over to Steele. Simmons deep three off the front of the rim. Rebound will come down to, looks like Kendall Williams will come down with it. He does. Over to Alterique. Ball long. Rebound grab by Simmons. Simmons breaks a cardinal rule in basketball and throws it underneath the basket. It'll be a turnover. And it will stay St. Francis basketball.
And just coming back to that possession for St. Francis, the previous possession, I don't think Miller Grove minds that shot a whole lot. Kobe Simmons settling for a three. I think Coach White will take that.
Yeah, especially when he's pulling up from Smyrna. Alterique on Tucker. Over to Simmons. Simmons to Beasley. Beasley, three off the mark. Rebound grab by Alterique. Comes down the other way from Miller Grove. Thought about it, stops, pops. Rattles around, can't get it to fall. Beasley with the rebound. Getting the Florida State signing. He turns around, comes back the other direction. And he's going to be stripped at half court by Jackman. Jackman, they're going to get called for a foul.
And he didn't like that call, not one bit. Tucker calls out what he wants. He'll be checked by Alterique. Some will say the number 2 guard of next year's class. Some will say the number 1 guard. I don't know where you guys have him at hoopsing. But I know there's a big love affair with Kobe Simmons as Beasley goes to the hoop. Can't finish. Boykins comes down with the rebound. He pushes it up quickly. Over to Williams. Williams to Jackman. Jackman pulls up from 11 feet, up and in. Nice job there by Joshua Jackman. And it's kind of, you look at this, it's the role players for Miller Grove getting it done. And right now, that's what's got them this lead.
13-7, Miller Grove enjoying a 6-point lead here for 6 minutes of the first quarter. 30-second timeout here taken. We're going to get an instant replay here by Alterique Gilbert, sponsored by Nike. Shakes, bakes, goes in the lane. Throws it up left hand, left side. Our first replay here sponsored by Nike on SUV TV. And I'm sure we'll see a lot more of that as the game goes on.
He's the type of guy that will put you on a highlight reel, that's for sure.
Got his first offer last year. I believe the first one came from Florida State, if I'm not mistaken. And since then, it's been like a running water faucet. They've just come in left and right. Almost every week he's picking up a new offer. St. Francis looks sloppy with the defense Miller Grove is playing right now. Tucker stops, pops from 13 feet off the front of the rim. Rebound tapped around on the floor. Beasley will come up with it. He good over to Steele. Steele, nice job down below to Chance Anderson for his first bucket of the game. Williams will handle the ball here for Miller Grove. He'll be picked up defensively by Simmons. Nice feed. Nice job there on the give and go by Deshaun Street. One of those plays in basketball that's rarely used anymore.
And it's the most difficult one to guard as well.
Especially when it's executed at such a high level. Wallace Tucker now picked up again by Alterique. Goes to his right, cross back over to his left. Kicks it out to Steele for 3. Off the mark, Gilbert with the rebound. Pushing it up over to Williams. Williams blocked from behind, gets his own rebound, but he's out of bounds. And the ball will go back to St. Francis, who's down 6, 15-9. St. Francis is 5-0 on the year. They're ranked number 30 according to USA Today. Miller Grove is 3-1. Their only loss was out of state at the Lighthouse Classic in Mississippi to Callaway High School out of Mississippi.
A team that features one of the best players in the nation in Malik Newman.
They lost that game by 6 last weekend. Tucker over to Beasley, up top to Anderson. Back to Beasley. Beasley will be checked defensively there by Jackman. Puts the 400 ball to his left, stops, pops, drops from 9 feet. Nice job there by Beasley to use the backboard.
And he's gonna have to look for that the whole game. I mean, the role guys so far not getting it done. You're going to look for Simmons and Beasley to just try to take this game over.
All Tariq crossover, spin back move, right side, chair drop off the front of the rim. Can't get it to go. We will end the first quarter with Miller Grove enjoying a 4-point lead, 15-11. Story of the first quarter, Carter. Miller Grove being able to do whatever they want in the lane, creating other opportunities on the floor.
No doubt, no doubt. And I like what they've done as far as a team game. They've played the team game. They've made the right plays. And as a team right now, they're the better one.
No, I think we do have to put an asterisk by that. Is right now St. Francis is missing both Josh Coleman and then for those of you that were here, Kaiser Gates fell to the floor early in the first quarter and had to leave the game. Hopefully he's all right. We don't have any updates on him. But when you're down 2 starters, it's hard to face a team like Miller Grove.
They're going to make you guard all the way through 1 through 5.
Welcome back to action here. Start the second quarter at the 2014 Nike Explosion Showcase here at Wheeler High School in Marietta, Georgia. I'm Jeff Benedict. He is Carter Wilson. As you see, Malik Beasley right now, the Florida State signee. Turnaround jumper from 17 feet makes that look as easy as silk.
And makes it look easy, but that is a difficult shot and one that is almost unguardable.
Alteric over to Jackman. Nice find down low to West. West flips it up but can't get it to fall. Rebound chase down, stolen by Wallace Tucker. The other direction, 1-on-2. Off the backboard and in. Nice job there by Wallace Tucker with the body control layup.
And we've seen Wallace Tucker before this year, and he was impressive. He was very impressive for a freshman.
Back the other way is another pretty impressive guard in Alteric Gilbert.
And that's been his go-to move so far. He's gone to that left side from the right and used that right hand to finish almost like a reverse.
Simmons throws it up. He's going to get fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Adidas versus Nike. Miller Grove 5A?
Miller Grove is 5A.
5A. So when you talk about top teams, when you guys write about top teams at Hoop Scene, where do you rank these 2 teams?
Right now in our power poll, we have Miller Grove at 5, and we have St. Francis at 3. Now, of course, everything's been shaken up with the last one because Pebblebrook was 1, and they took that loss. Laney was 7, and they're surely going to move up with their win. So, but for now, St. Francis stands at 3, Miller Grove stands at 5.
And I assume Wheeler, who we'll see next, is at 2.
Wheeler is at 2.
Lamont West puts the ball on the floor, goes to his left, flips it up, can't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nice move there by the big man. This will be his first 2 attempts at the free throw line. He's got 2 points on the day.
And we talk about how much of an intriguing prospect he is with just that versatility and that length. A lot of mid-high majors have to be very interested in what he can do. And I've seen a lot of them around the gym today. I've seen guys. Well, I've seen Mark Fox. I've seen Tennessee Tech. I've seen a few coaches in the gym.
Kansas is here as well.
Kansas, and a lot of those guys are here to see Jalen Brown, of course. But you never know when you can make an impression on somebody.
Use it to your advantage. They may not be here to see you play, but they're going to. Williams over to Gilbert. Back to Williams. Nice look down low off the backboard. Going to get an offensive foul call there on Deshaun Street. Not sure that I agree with that at all.
I think Kobe Simmons might get nominated for a little bit of an Academy Award for that one. He took a lot. He didn't take a ton of contact, and he fell pretty hard.
Wallace Tucker will bring it up against Alterique Gilbert. Nice little guard matchup here. The future against the present. Nice job in the middle by Wallace to get in there. Can't get it to fall. And we're going to get an offensive foul called on Malik Beasley.
And that's a tough one right there, as it almost looked like Malik just out-jumped him to get that basketball. Which is, if you're talking about out-jumping somebody, Malik Beasley's going to do that to pretty much everybody.
Right. Alterique over to Williams. Williams down low to West. West will pop from three off the side of the rim, rebound up in the air. Saved over back to West. Nice job there by Jackman to save it.
And that's big, because that foul, I think, was on Malik Beasley.
And it was. That's two quick ones here with 5:40 remaining in the first half. West rattles this one down. He's now 3 for 3 on the day.
And I like what I've seen from him in the early going. It's not a player we're overly familiar with. He comes from Cincinnati. It's his first year down here. And he's been good in the early going.
Going to get a jump ball. And it will stay Miller Grove basketball.
And those are the extra possessions you can't give up if you're St. Francis. You can't give these Wolverines more possessions because they're going to cash in.
Right. Gets it into Williams. Nice dump down to West. West with a nice move up off the glass and in. Impressive move there by Lamont West.
And that is, you said it exactly what it was. That's a great move there. Joshua Jackman is in Malik Beasley's pocket.
Coach Smith doesn't like didn't mind the call because it was the right call. But he's asking Lamont West why he would force himself out like that.
And that's big. That's Lamont West's third personal foul here in the first half. And you won't see him, I would imagine, until the second half.
If not the fourth quarter of the second half.
And now you look at Miller Grove's lineup, not the biggest lineup in the world. And you're going to have pretty much a guard-oriented game from here on out in the first half.
Yeah, but there's some pretty good guards on that team.
Oh, I wouldn't mind having a few of them on my team.
Right? Simmons stutter steps, goes to his right, throws it up at the glass, off the front of the rim, rebound grab by Gilbert. Gilbert back the other direction like a cannon. Flips it up, no foul call. Williams with the rebound, he's going to get it. We're going to get a jump ball call.
Jump ball possession to the Knights.
Coach White wearing Nikes I've never even seen. Simmons the other way, he'll be picked up defensively there by Kendall Williams. Screen coming from Chase Anderson. Over to Beasley. Beasley spins, creates the contact, no call either direction. Again, another rebound there by Alterique. Gets over to Williams baseline. Williams, nice little feed in the lane. Over to Boykins. Boykins will go to the line to shoot too. Foul's going to be on Drew Smith. That's his second personal. I didn't even realize Drew Smith was in the ball game. He's got 2 fouls already.
And you got to like the way this is going for Miller Grove, though. You've got the two guys for St. Francis and Beasley and Simmons. You've got them taking tough jump shots.
Right.
And you're attacking the basket on the other end, drawing fouls.
With a 5-point lead.
With a lead.
He's able to knock down 1 of 2. 4 points in the first half here for Boykins. Finally get it into Smith. Smith hands it over to Tucker. Tucker's got to turn the corner. He gets it up to Simmons. Simmons is going to throw the ball up in the air. It'll be turned over as Tariq Gilbert will come down with it. Nifty move in the lane as Tariq as he throws it up and in.
And we talked about his ability to create a highlight reel, and that's another one you can add to it.
Hopefully we'll get that here for you shortly in case you didn't see it the first time. Over to Smith. Smith over to Anderson. Anderson to Tucker. Tucker up top to Beasley. Beasley thinks, stops, pops off the back of the rim. Rebound will come down to Street. Street will turn around, give it to Gilbert. Gilbert hands it behind him to Boykins. Boykins thinks about a three, takes it, knocks that down. 7 quick points here as we're going to get a timeout taken by St. Francis. As all of a sudden that Miller Grove lead now is up to 11. As we'll have the instant replay here brought to you by Nike of Tariq Gilbert going right down the lane, creating confusion, throwing it off the backboard and in. The human highlight reel known as Tariq Gilbert for Miller Grove helps extend that lead out to 11, 28-17. So far, this is everything we envisioned it would be, Carter.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And it's been a great first half, but Miller Grove has been very impressive. And it looks like they're coming out trying to make a statement here.
Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything with a Coke Zero. Please support our sponsor.
They might be a little bit more dangerous with this 5-guard lineup. Although it helps that St. Francis isn't all that big. Simmons will bring the ball forward. He'll be guarded by Tariq, top 2 guards of the 2016 class here in the state. Gets it over to Beasley. Beasley up top to Anderson. Over to Simmons. Floater up in the air. Nice job there by Boykins to force Simmons into that floater. Up to Boykins. Coach White wanted him to get it up ahead of time. Couldn't do it. Nice job there in the lane by Joshua Jackman. Close to right in that lane for the 2. 30-17 as we're about to see Kendall Williams check back in for Miller Grove. Devontae Britton is checking Wallace Tucker right now. Turnover at half court. Britton the other way. Nice job there by Wallace though to chase him down. And if you're St. Francis, you'll take that foul. Kendall Williams will check in. Joshua Jackman will check out. Carson White will check in for Drew Smith on the St. Francis side as well. Get the coaches calling out their assignment. They finally get it in Tariq. Tariq goes up. Can't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line to shoot too. People might be surprised at how physical of a basketball player he actually is.
He's not physically imposing by any means. He's a shorter guard, a smaller guard, but he mixes it up in there, and he gets a lot of his points down there in the paint.
Not able to knock down that first one. Connects on the second one. Tariq with 7 points now here in the first half. Another turnover for St. Francis. Tariq smartly gets it back out to Britton. Britton up top to Gilbert. Gilbert calls out the offense. He's checked defensively by Wallace Tucker. Nice look there. Can't handle it though, as Jackman can't come down with it. Make that Deshaun Street. They got what they wanted. Great look, great pass. Not able to handle it. As Tariq will finally get his first break of the first half.
And we'll see if St. Francis can make a run here with Gilbert out of the game.
2:23 remaining here in the first half. 31-17. Miller Grove up over St. Francis. Still got one more game on tap for you tonight. We've got Wheeler taking on Milton. And by Milton, I mean Walton. I guess I was kind of hoping for a Wheeler-Milton matchup between Chris Lewis and Jalen Brown. That would have been fun. Cross long court pass into Malik Beasley. Beasley turns spin baseline, loses it out of bounds. And they're going to say it stays St. Francis basketball. Boykins was cheerleading to get that ball back. He may have had a case. Corner into Wallace. Wallace down it to White. Back out to Wallace. Wallace off the glass, can't get it. White fights for it. He's going to knock it out of bounds. That will go back to Miller Grove.
And how swarming is this Miller Grove defense? It's been impressive here, and not something a lot of people talk about because a lot of people like to get caught up in the names and what people can do on offense. This defensive pressure by Miller Grove has been the difference maker so far.
Every time somebody touches the ball, no matter who it is, they turn right, they turn left. They got 2 or 3 guys right there seemingly every time. Nice job there by Street. Can't get it to fall. Be knocked out of bounds by Simmons. It will stay Miller Grove basketball. As we'll see Tariq Gilbert check back in. They get it into Kendall Williams. Be picked up defensively by Malik Beasley. St. Francis, man-to-man defense. Over to Street. Street goes right by White. Can't get it to fall. Ball on the floor. Jackman, and we're going to get a jump ball. And I'm not sure whose basketball it is. Looks like it should stay Miller Grove. It does. (31-17), final 90 seconds here of the first half between Miller Grove and St. Francis. It's fantastic to get a heavyweight bout like this here in the state of Georgia between 2 different classifications.
And it's 2 teams that always get out and like to play a bunch of teams. We saw Laney in the last game, and St. Francis has already beat them in a game earlier this year. And Miller Grove has obviously traveled and played some teams out of state that are very good.
Tariq Gilbert, deep 3, nothing, touches nothing. Beasley comes down with the air ball. Wallace Tucker back out the other direction. Is going to get stripped from behind. Tariq Gilbert comes out with it, leading the 3-on-2. Goes right at Beasley. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. It will stay Miller Grove basketball. Tariq will get it in to Boykins. Boykins over to Jackman. Kendall Williams now will reset the offense. St. Francis now in a 2-3. Up top is Jackman. Nice ball movement there as Tariq corner pocket, can't get it to fall. Great rebound though on the offensive glass is Boykins, and he'll go to the line again. I'll tell you what, one of the most impressive aspects to me about Miller Grove is the fact that all positions rebound.
Yeah, and everybody does everything. It's kind of what Miller Grove's been about. They've had this title run, and they've always had that kind of mantra about their team. You know, you got to do what it takes to win. You got to play defense. You got to rebound. You got to do those little things, and those little things are what makes a difference.
Replacing Wallace Tucker. For Miller Grove, number 33.
We'll see Franklin Smith check in for Deshaun Street. Can't knock down the free throw. Malik Beasley at the line. The Florida State signee misses the front end of 2. Beasley with a quiet 6 points here.
Yeah, and they've come tough. There hasn't been an easy point that's been converted for St. Francis yet. Miller Grove has made them earn everything that they've gotten.
Ball up in the air, will be tapped out of bounds. It will stay St. Francis basketball. Over to Beasley. Davis over to Simmons. Simmons will be defensively by Kendall Williams. Williams pulls up. Simmons pulls up from 8 feet. Ball up in the air. Can't get the fall. Gets his own rebound. Out to Beasley. Beasley put the ball on the floor to his left. Stops, spots from the free throw line. Rattles around. Can't get it to fall. And we will go to halftime with Miller Grove enjoying a 15-point lead, 32-17. Here at the halftime. Carter, your story of the first half.
The story of the first half is Miller Grove's defense. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they've made St. Francis work hard to get those 17 points. And that's what's the big thing in the 15-point lead.
I equate their defense to smothering a fire. They're putting a lid on it, and they haven't given, neither Beasley nor Simmons have been able to get an open shot of any kind. Everything has been contested. Every pass has been contested. Here in the opening half for St. Francis. Nike highlight of the game will be the Lamont, sponsored by Nike. You'll see Lamont West for Miller Grove just absolutely flush it down there in the first quarter. That's our highlight of the first half, again sponsored by Nike. When we come back, we'll bring you live second half action here on the SUVTV.com.
Crossover intelligence for basketball can save you hours of time. We break down and stat your game film for you and act as your video coordinator by giving you searchable clips, advanced statistics, shot charts, and a lot of other great info that you can access from any PC or through our iPad application. Just upload your video through the Crossover website, and 24 hours later, your film will be completely indexed and tagged. Each play will become its own video clip, allowing you to search the footage for anything you'd like. Here we'll take a look at all 3-pointers that were made in the fourth quarter. All of your offensive and defensive sets can also be tagged, so you can view the appropriate clips and determine which plays are achieving the best results. You can add any clip to a playlist or highlight reel and share everything with your players or assistant coaches. Crossover will also provide you with all of the numbers from each game, including complete player stats for both teams and advanced metrics like these. We even take the shooting numbers a step further with an interactive shot chart that lets you visualize the data. Filter by player, quarter, makes or misses, and click on any shot to watch the corresponding video. Crossover intelligence will keep you from spending hours in the film room and get you back to actually coaching. Together, we can turn smarter video into more wins for your team. That's the crossover effect. Crossover Intelligence for Basketball.
Welcome back to Wheeler High School here on SUV TV. I'm Jeff Benedict, joined by the Carter Wilson. Got the second half live action here. It was all Miller Grove the entire first half.
There's no doubt. I mean, St. Francis had trouble just doing anything in the half court, and they weren't getting any runouts or anything else. And it's to Miller Grove style. It's a half court kind of game. They're running when they get opportunities, and they're getting after it with the defensive pressure man to man.
Every time somebody with St. Francis touches the ball and they turn and look, they've got 2 or 3 guys, especially in that lane. Miller Grove does a great job of packing everybody down in that lane and not making anything easy. You see Malik Beasley there pull up. Missed that one. Lamont West, who's got 3 fouls, gets the rebound. He gets it over to Al-Tariq. He's going to have to play careful here in the second half. Al-Tariq definitely got away with one on there. Jump ball. It will stay Miller Grove basketball.
And again, it's those effort plays. You see Miller Grove being able to play volleyball on the rim with the offensive rebounds just because they're playing harder. It's the little things, like we said.
Get it into West. West up top to Al-Tariq. Al-Tariq will be picked up by the freshman Wallace Tucker. Actually, it looks like St. Francis moved into a 2-3. Over to West. West back up top to Williams. Over to Al-Tariq. Al-Tariq trying to throw an oop to West. He's going to be grabbed and held, no call.
It's actually a good play there from Steele, I think, with St. Francis. He put a body on West before he got in that paint. You're not catching an oop on me. I mean, I like it if I'm St. Francis.
Kobe with the ball. Over to Anderson. Anderson over to Tucker. Tucker up top to Simmons. Thought about it. Hand in his face with Williams. Got away with a walk. Stops, pops, drops from 2. We're going to say his foot was on the line. Al-Tariq back the other direction looking for West. Can't find him. Nice job there by Anderson to push him out of the post. Over to Williams. Williams going to get a screen there from Steele. Make that street. Over to West. West goes right to left. Scoop shot. Right hand. Count it and 1. Nice job there by the big man to scoop it with his right hand on the left side. And he'll go to the line and try to finish the 3-point play.
And I'll tell you something. It's not the prettiest play in the world. It's very kind of gangly and awkward. But he gets past his defender, gets to the rim, and finishes.
Yeah.
And those big steps, he covers a lot of ground with those steps.
Back the other way is Wallace Tucker, the freshman, who's going to be extremely good here for St. Francis in the coming years. Over to Simmons. Simmons looks down to Anderson and can flip it back out. This 3-ball attempt knocks that down. Is Chris Steele, his first points of the game.
And that's a guy you got to mark too, because he's a shooter for the St. Francis team.
Deshaun Street had a point-blank layup. Just thought about it before he had the ball. We're going to see a substitute come in. Street's going to come out of the game. Coach White was not happy with him blowing that wide-open layup. We will see Boykins come in. Boykins had 8 points in the first half. Off the bench for Miller Grove. We're going to get a jump ball. This will go back to St. Francis.
And St. Francis is showing toughness here out in the second half. They're showing what Miller Grove did really in the first half, and they're kind of equaling that toughness. And if that's the case, it should be a fun second half.
Coach White's going to take a 30-second timeout as we're about to see Lamont West. Replay here sponsored by Nike. Lamont West with his scoop shot for the and 1. Nice move there in the lane. Go to the right hand, left side, up and in. Fantastic job there by Lamont West. And again, the story of the second half for him was going to be, can he stay out of foul trouble? He's already got 3 fouls. How long can he go without picking up that 4th one?
And if you're St. Francis, you got to take that into account as well, and you got to try to attack him. The only question is, can you get past that first line of defense with those guards and get to them?
Simmons will inbound the ball here for St. Francis. Over to Tucker. Tucker got away with a walk there. He goes right by Altariq. And he's going to turn it over. We're going to say it was a kick ball by Boykins, but Boykins clearly slapped it with his hand. Chris Steele will inbound the basketball for St. Francis. You'll get it into Simmons. Simmons will be checked by Kendall Williams. Miller Grove man-to-man. He's going to get a screen out front by Chase Anderson. We're going to get a travel there out front. Great job there by Miller Grove to force St. Francis into yet another turnover.
Looks like we're going to get some full court pressure here from St. Francis.
Altariq with an ill-advised pass, and then even make it worse. Kendall Williams going to pick up the foul from behind.
And Coach White really upset with that.
2 mistakes for the price of 1 there. First the turnover, then the foul. And the Wheeler student section showing up. You talked about that kind of pre-game to this one, is whether or not they would show up today, and they're showing up.
There's no doubt they're over there waiting for their team to get to play here. One of the better student sections you'll see in high school basketball.
Kobe Simmons deep 3 off the front of the rim, rebound high. Altariq Gilbert goes high in the air. It will go out of bounds and stay Miller Grove basketball.
You said it. Can we talk about how high he got on that?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Like, I was fully expecting that to be Lamont West, because that kid, he got up. Nice cross court up to Boykins. Boykins over to West. West up top to Gilbert. Gilbert for 3, knocks that down. First 3 of the ball game there for Gilbert. Wallace Tucker being picked up by Gilbert. Beasley in the corner. Nice job there by Jackman to stay on Beasley. Finds Simmons cutting to the basket. Nice job there by Simmons to get open and lay it in.
And I think that's one of the few easy baskets we've seen Miller Grove give up.
Nice ball movement. Can't throw it down, but Chase Anderson's going to pick up the foul. Would like to see him go up with 2 hands on that one.
And that foul on number 23, Chance Anderson, his 4th personal. 2-team foul.
And you see a lot of cameras down there on that end of the floor, just photographers, and they would have had a pretty good shot right there if he was able to throw it down.
He is able to knock down his first free throw of the half.
He's putting together a great game.
11 points so far. I'm going to say he's close to 10 rebounds. Miller Grove showing now full court, but they're going to back off a little bit. Tucker's going to walk it up the floor. He picked up by Altariq Gilbert. He's going to get ripped by Gilbert. Gilbert the other direction, lays it up and in, right hand. Showing the freshman that you got to come a little bit better than that. And all of a sudden, it's an 18-point game.
Another one.
Nice job there by Simmons to block that shot.
It's a good hustle play there from Simmons, but Altariq Gilbert on the defensive end has been great.
I'm going to be honest, though. Simmons talking smack after that. Can you really talk when you're down 18?
No.
Just want to make sure I was the only one that felt that same way.
Hey, stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Rebound.
Nice look. Thrown down by Lamont. Ridiculous find there by Altariq Gilbert. He looks right over at Kobe Simmons and says, I got you.
And that's ridiculous. That that pass kind of over the shoulder, and then West there to finish over a defender. That's ridiculous.
Beasley having trouble getting the ball in, finally gets it in. I think Coach White had an argument there for 5-second call. He's not going to get it. Beasley's going to walk the ball up the court. He'll be checked defensively there by Joshua Jackman. Another turnover. Gilbert out the other direction. He's going to get blocked from behind by Beasley. Gets his own rebound, stays with it up and in. Nice job there by the junior point guard to stay with it and extend this lead out to 22, 46-24. 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Nice showmanship there between the two guards. As we wait for them to make this call, we're going to get a full timeout here taken by St. Francis. We're going to go to break with this Nike-sponsored replay. Tariq Gilbert over the shoulder to Lamont West, who absolutely throws it down on Malik Beasley. And we will take this full timeout with him. 3 minutes remaining, 46-24. Miller Grove over St. Francis. Welcome back to Wheeler High School. Jeff Benedict, Carter Wilson here on SUV TV. Got what was supposed to be a fantastic game turned into a pretty good one. Miller Grove enjoying a 22-point lead, 46-24. 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Up over the 30th ranked nationally, St. Francis Academy out of Alpharetta, Georgia. Miller Grove, though, showing that they are, as usual, a team to be reckoned with here in the state of Georgia. Simmons with the ball up top. Check defensive lead by Kendall Williams. Screen there by Drew Smith. Nice job there by Miller Grove to fight through it. We're going to get another turnover. They'll get this one up to Lamont. Lamont goes up and get fouled from behind. I heard that with my headphones on. No call. Miller Grove will enjoy the basketball, though, underneath their own goal. I'm not really sure how you missed that one. They'll get it into Boykins. Boykins over to West for three, trying to show the range. Instead, he comes up with nothing but the bottom of the air. Back the other way is St. Francis. Smith with the basketball. Throws another one away. This one will be tracked down by Britton. Britton will go up. Right hand can't finish. Nice job there to rebound is Jackman. Jackman will go to the line to shoot two. I believe that's going to be three on Malik Beasley. Jackman's first one is off right. So is this one. He can't knock down either of them. Still a 22-point lead, 46-24, 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 2014 Nike Explosion Showcase here at Wheeler High School. Beasley off right on the three attempt. Rebound. Kendall Williams will come up with it. Gets it up quickly to Jackman, who gives it back to Williams.
And again, on the other end is Malik Beasley settling. Malik Beasley settling for a jump shot. It's what St. Francis has done the majority of this game. Well, Miller Grove has done exactly that and gotten to the hole drawing fouls.
Every single one of their guards can get to the rack. Every single one of them. None of them tonight have had a problem getting to the basket at all. Boykins gets it into West. West knocks it down. Probably should have had an N1 there, but instead he'll have to settle for just two. extends the lead out to 24. And then you're going to get a ticky-tack foul on the other end. This one's going to go against Josh Jackman.
The foul is on number 24, Josh Jackman, his second personal. 3 team fouls.
Simmons gets it into Smith, over to Tucker. In the corner is Smith, and he knocks down the three, his first three of the game. That's only the third one hit for St. Francis. West in the corner, goes baseline, fakes it, puts it up off the glass, can't get it, gets his own rebound, throws it up and in. Nice job there by Lamont West. Really showing out here with some of these college coaches here.
And he's not the quickest guy in the world, but he gets a lot of ground with those steps, like I said. And just a great move right there. He didn't finish it, but he stuck with it.
Beasley over to Simmons. Simmons with an awful pass. He's going to get that one thrown away. I'm going to say this is probably the first time in a couple of years that St. Francis has faced this kind of adversity in a basketball game.
Yeah, they haven't responded well here tonight. And you know, luckily for them, this game only makes them better. They faced one of the tougher teams in the state. You know, it's not a game that necessarily means a ton.
Nice spin move in the lane. Lamont West showing he's got a lot of moves, more than we thought he did. Another highlight. He's put together quite the highlight reel here in this game. Beasley shouldering his way, can't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line to shoot too.
And fouls called on number 24, Josh Jackman, his third personal.
Go box out. You go box out. Go box out.
Shooting for St. Francis, number 5, Blake Beasley.
Beasley knocks down that first one. I believe those are Beasley's first points in the second half. He's only got 7 for the game. Kobe Simmons has 11. That one too hard, ball on the floor, knocked around, kicked around. And we're going to get a foul here. That's a good call there by Drew Smith as he just jumped on the head of Boykins.
That's Drew Smith, his third personal.
Come on, middle. G long.
Boykins goes baseline, is going to get blocked by Smith. Final second, heaves it, not even close. We'll go to the fourth quarter with Miller Grove up 52-28. Instant replay coming up again. Lamont West. I want to thank Nike for sponsoring our replays here tonight, here at the Nike Explosion. Lamont West has been a one-man wrecking crew here in the third quarter. He put together several replays that we've shown you here through the night. When we come back, we'll bring you the fourth quarter action live here from Wheeler High School. Welcome back to Wheeler High School, fourth quarter starting here live with Miller Grove. Kinder Williams will inbound the basketball. Jeff Benedict, Carter Wilson here on the broadcast for you. I want to thank all of you at home watching us and all of those that will watch us here in the future, as you can find these videos on demand at any time here on SUV TV. Lamont Williams goes up and under and in. Another great move there by the big man. Transfer from, I think you said Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
Simmons all low by unbelievable John Street.
And that's the second little flashy dot last few minutes, as he had the one to West for the dunk.
Steals it, goes coast to coast.
Oh,
Get an
wow.
offensive foul. That'll be his fourth foul. Coach White not happy with that at all.
I think he has a case.
He's not a coach that complains a lot. So when he does say something, typically he knows, he sees something.
And that's big too, because that's Lamont West's fourth foul.
Yeah.
With a 26-point lead, I don't know how, if you consider something that big, but it certainly gives St. Francis a chance to get back into it.
Beasley with the ball, being hounded on defense, over to Smith. Smith down low to Anderson. Anderson back out to Steele. Steele over to Beasley. Beasley for three. Knocks that down. And we're going to get a quick timeout here taken by St. Francis. Full timeout taken. We'll take it with him when we come back. We'll bring you the rest of the fourth quarter here from Wheeler High School, the 2014 Nike Explosion. Welcome back to Wheeler High School. Jeff Benedict, Carter Wilson here on SUVTV.com. We got the 2014 Nike Explosion Showcase. Game number 3 taking place right now, 56-33. Miller Grove up over St. Francis. As you see, Alterique just split the double team with the wraparound, throws it to nobody. One of the few mistakes he's made tonight. Although Carter, the way he's played, he's allowed to have a mistake or two. Beasley will inbound the basketball here for St. Francis. Kobe Simmons will be picked up defensively by Kendall Williams yet again. Miller Grove's defense, they've done a fantastic job defensively here on St. Francis. Smith 4-3. This one off the backboard, tipped around up in the air. Beasley's going to keep it alive. They get it out to Steele. Chris Steele for 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound will come down to Alterique Gilbert. Gilbert leaves 3-on-1. He'll get fouled from behind by Malik Beasley. That's going to be Beasley's 4th foul of the game. Don't really understand that foul.
No, I like the possession on the other end for St. Francis, though. It's one of the better possessions they've had in the half court. You saw the ball move, and they finally got an open look just because of that ball movement, and it's something that they haven't done the whole game.
We're going to take the remaining. either. And Justice comes out to guard all. Top 2 guards in the state of Georgia going at it right now. Nifty work there by Alterique. Set up Deshaun Street nicely. Deshaun can't finish. They'll go out of bounds. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Smith. So Deshaun Street. Nope, it looks like they're going to send Joshua Jackman to the line. Starting to see the student body for Walton show up as well.
It's a rivalry game.
Is it?
It is a big rivalry, and every year they play a close game. Usually, a lot of the time, it'll come in. People are like Wheeler's the favorite. Wheeler's the big team here. Walton always plays them close, always.
Can't get this one to fall down either. Beasley throws it out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of Miller Grove. Simmons over to Smith, over to Beasley. Beasley almost got ripped, able to maintain control. You're going to get a foul. This one's going to be probably on Jackman. It is. His 4th. Just a little bit. Fun. Almost every ACC school. Clearly, he's going. As far as where's he going to go?
I still feel like nationally he's undervalued. He's very undervalued nationally. He's in a lot of those top 100, lists, but I feel like he's a guy that can really fill it up. And a lot of people might say, well, he's only 5'10", he's only this, he's only that. I don't care. He can play basketball.
Right.
And I'd like to see a point guard that could just flat out outplay him, because I don't think there is one.
And he can control the game as you see him doing here. I mean, even at 5'10", he's still a kid that of who's go down. You like Alterique or Kobe?
That's tough. That's tough. I've always liked Alterique. I feel like Alterique's a guy that scoring-wise is an elite caliber type of player as far as the national ranks go.
I just like here's why I like Alterique, because I feel like he does everything on the floor. Kobe is very much a shooter. He's not so much of a distributor. And Alterique's going to go rebound. He's going to do all the small things that you don't see Kobe do.
See, what I do like is I love Kobe Simmons' potential as well, though.
Right.
Being the size that he is and having the skill set that he does, he could be special at the next level. There's no doubt. He could be one of those guys that from his college career, and you could see, eventually, get to that level where you see him on, the college basketball,
right,
game day, stuff like that. Because he's going to be a high major kid. He's going to go up and he's going to be one of those program changers, top 25 kid nationally.
And he's one of those kids with this summer during the 18 and under U.S. Olympic or U.S. team. He played extremely well this summer on their way to gold. In tournaments like that where you're playing with and against elite competition, guys either show up or they don't. And he showed up this summer.
Yeah, and he was great with the Atlanta Celtics. He was great at Adidas Nations. You know, he's had a great summer. He's started the year really well. The sky's the limit, really, for Kobe Simmons as well. I mean, both of the guys, you can't go wrong with either one of them, to be honest.
60-38, and that right there, the number I just threw out there, that's what shocks me the most about this game. The fact that Miller Grove's defense has held St. Francis to 38 points.
It's tough. You won't see it again this year. You won't see a team hold St. Francis to this type of point total, whatever they end up with, whether it's 38 or whether it's in the 40s.
Right.
That's tough. I mean, we saw them play a few weeks ago, and they went for 90. I mean, what I think is a very good Laney team. And when I saw St. Francis play Laney, who's a very good defensive team, and they held him to 64 or 67, and I thought that was impressive. I was like, Laney held St. Francis to 60. It's a great defensive game.
To losing Kaiser Gates and not having Coleman tonight kind of changed the landscape.
I don't know, to be honest, because Miller Grove's not the biggest team, so I feel like the size, it might not have played that big of a factor as Tariq starts his little dribble show again. But, I mean, I think the way that it happened, I think that is kind of deflating for a team. And it's always tough to play after something like that happens. And, you know, we can only send the best for Kaiser and his family at this point, because we don't really know the full story of what's going on. It's always tough to respond to something like that. But you also have to look at it. Miller Grove is missing one of their guys in Raylon Richardson, who's a mid-major type of prospect and one of their better players, as he's over on the bench. He hasn't played today. He looks to be injured. He's kind of hobbling around a little bit. I'm not sure what the story is with him, but he hasn't played it.
Simmons knocks down that free throw. 60-39, 2:29 remaining here in the fourth quarter of game number 3 between Miller Grove, St. Francis. We still got one more coming up for you. Got the nightcap here, the 2014 Nike explosion between Wheeler and Walton. I'm going to venture to say there's probably 1,500 people in this gym at this point.
And you wonder why it's so hot.
Yeah.
You wonder why it's hot here. There's a lot of bodies. And I'm imagining people are going to try to stick around to see the Jaylen Brown show.
Right.
Who a lot of people have rated the #1 guy in the country, if not #2.
Which is amazing, because this time last year he was in the 30s somewhere, and then he came out and had a hell of a summer.
He started his junior year. He was down, 20s, 30s, depending on where you looked.
Yeah.
He started climbing, and then he had the summer that he did, and he started the summer, top 10.
Yeah, he was at number 9, number 11,
10, 9, 8,
yeah.
and then he climbed up, and some people have him #1, some people have him #2, and the coaches that are here to see him. I've seen. You talk about Kansas. There was a rumor that Coach Cal was going to be here from Kentucky.
Tucker with the top floater there. It'll be a lot of people are comparing him at different sites like Yahoo 24/7. Other ones have compared him to Kobe. Is that a fair assessment? And I know you're not old enough to remember Kobe when he was in high school. Quite frankly, I'm barely old enough.
I honestly don't remember Kobe in high school, but it's tough for me to find a comparison, because he's a big guard. He's a very big guard, and if you're familiar with the more recent kind of scene, Stanley Johnson kind of comes to mind a little bit. He was a high major, top 10 type of prospect. He's a freshman at Arizona. He'll be one of those, lottery draft picks. Right. Just a bigger guard. I think Jaylen's got a little bit more speed to him than Johnson does. But I see a lot of similarities in their games.
Is he going to end up being a one and done?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess you'd have to ask him that more so than me.
Okay, but
he'll be.
You know what I'm asking.
He will be an NBA prospect after his first year. Yes. I can't tell you that he'll leave, but I can tell you that he will be NBA caliber.
30-second timeout.
If the NBA didn't have the age rule, would he go out and be a lottery pick this year?
He could be an NBA draft pick right now. Just
I didn't
because
say draft pick, I said lottery pick.
he could be an NBA draft pick right
Okay,
now.
so no.
He could be a lottery pick right now. Just because he's mature, he's got the body. He's not one of these, like, you see high school kids sometimes they come through.
He's not
they're
what Lou Williams was coming out of high school.
Lou Williams was a skinnier type of guard. He wasn't ready for that. You saw him go to the D League. He eventually made his way back up and became a solid NBA player. Jaylen Brown's got the body. He's got the skill set. He's the total package, which is why he's the number 1 player in the country. He's an NBA prospect for sure.
Final 80 seconds here on the court between Miller Grove and St. Francis. Both benches have essentially cleared now, with the lone exception of Wallace Tucker. But as a freshman, you're going to get him all the playing time you can if you're St. Francis.
And he's one of the more highly regarded guys as far as that freshman class. We actually have the two guards here between these two, the two freshman guards, Wallace Tucker and DJ Britton. Two of the more well-regarded guys in 2018, which is a loaded guard class. I mean, I've seen a few of these point guards come through, and they're going to be fun to watch in time.
Miller Grove now, final minute, 48 seconds and counting. We're going to go on to at least a 20-point victory, if not a little bit more, as you see a nice little floater there by Aiden Saunders. Jacob Davis up to Tucker. Over to Carson White. We're going to get a foul on Devontae Britton. Very, very impressive win here from Miller Grove.
Very. This would be one of the better wins, one of those kind of stamp wins that you put on your season. You can beat a team like St. Francis, who's coming off a state championship and pretty much returned everybody, and you can beat them by 24 points. It's one of those that kind of sets the tone for your year.
It's definitely a great building block to have. White knocks down that one. Final 30 seconds, and I expect to see Miller Grove just to hold it. Nope, they're going to run a set play here for the youngsters. George Wilson. Over to Saunders. Saunders is going to get ripped. It'll go out of bounds back to St. Francis. 8 seconds on the clock. Please check the link on SUVTV.com for the upcoming game between Wheeler and Walton. Again, featuring Jaylen Brown. Great win here, though, for Miller Grove and Coach White as they go on and win 66-43. Final thoughts, Carter.
That's impressive for Miller Grove. I can't really say much else than that, but look for them. Look for them all year. I mean, they're going to be one of those teams like you can't doubt 6 in a row.
No.
But I think that pretty much puts the stamp on them being the favorites for number 7 in 5A.
We're going to leave you this, again, with the Nike-sponsored replay here. It'll be Altariq, I believe, going off the glass and in the fourth quarter to help lead his team to a shutout, 66-43, here to end game number 3 of the 2014 Nike Explosion. We want to thank our sponsors, both obviously Nike as well as Crossover, for all that they've done. When we come back, we'll bring you live action from game number 4 between Wheeler and Walton here on thesutv.com.